Hello, this is Brendan coming to you with a different sort of episode this week. The first of what I'm calling Liberty episodes. Um, I've been traveling for the past week or so. If you've seen me talking on social media anytime recently, um, you'll know that I've sort of had to relocate in a major way, and so my ability to edit the show has been a little bit truncated. I'm expecting to be back up and running real soon so that we can get back to our Kingdom episodes and whatever might come after that, depending on how Kingdom shakes out. Who could say? Who could say? Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, I do, but you don't yet. So I'm going to play coy. I'm going to tease you a little bit. Hey, I don't usually get to address you, the audience, in real time. In real time, you know what I mean? Based on the format of the show, since it's all kind of happening after the fact. But let me take this moment to say thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for all of the nice things that people have said that uh, have resonated with people. We really, really appreciate it. We are so thankful to have the listenership that we have, and we're grateful to be able to tell a great story for you each and every week. This week accepted, obviously. Um, One thing I will say is that if you're especially feeling like, hey, Oathsworn's a cool show, I wish more people knew about it. I think it's pretty sweet. There's a couple things you can do. One is, believe it or not, yes, 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 all podcast hosts ask you to do this, but you can rate us 5 stars on whatever it is that you're listening to. You can do this on Apple Podcasts. I think you can do it on Spotify these days. It really helps juice the numbers, believe it or not. Not juice the numbers. That makes it sound like it's like providing false positives. No, rating something highly and saying why it's good, like actively like puts it higher up in the algorithm. That's a huge help. The other thing that you can do, perhaps just as impactful, is to share it with people. To say, hey, this is a great show and I really enjoy listening to it. And if you like listening to shows like this one, you should give Oathsworn a shot. That's really, really useful. Word of mouth is tremendously powerful. People will listen to things that their friends tell them to listen to. So please consider that. There's some neat stuff in the works. Obviously, both here in Oathsworn, we've got some neat stuff coming up. A bunch of us are going to be in the way that I phrased that made it sound like we were going to be at like a convention or something like that. I think Gen Con is happening as I'm recording this, but no, the we're not going to be at Gen Con. We're all in different places right now, especially right now. But one thing that is worth calling out is that most of the cast is in CalisCon in some fashion. CalisCon is a Beam Saber mega game with over 30 different players, with five different squads, and a legislature. Most of Oathsworn, I think everyone except for Kris is in it in some capacity. Gavin and I are both legislators, which means we dictate policy for how our troops are supposed to be behaving. Devin is a player and Matthew is a game master for a different group. So we're spread all across the player base with a bunch of really, really cool players. A really, really interesting scenario. And if you like the sorts of upstairs, downstairs slash insubordination, trying to figure out what your higher ups are telling you to do while also seeing what it is that the higher ups are actually telling them to do, kind of action that Oathsworn provides, I think you'll get a different flavor of it, but no less entertaining from CalisCon. Please give it a listen. You can find that in all the other places that you can find podcasts. That's CalazCon. So, what are you actually listening to here? Well, this is a shorter episode with some of the stuff that lands on the editing room floor when I'm putting together an episode. Some asides, some flubs, some goofery, just some, random assortment of stuff that doesn't actually make sense to include in an episode, but is often entertaining enough for me to have held on to something that I would have shared with the cast and that I am now sharing with you. So I hope that So I hope that this is a sufficient morsel for this week. I promise we'll get back to regular episodes real soon. And there will be some other Liberty episodes coming down the line, probably closer as we get to the end. I know we've talked about a couple of extra things that we might want to do once things are either getting close to wrapped up, which who knows how close we are to being wrapped up. Who could say? Who could say? Anyway, I've prattled on enough. I will leave you to some goofery from the past. I hope you enjoy. Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Comment ça va? Devin, are you?
I'm not imagining that. Okay.
Devin, are you listening to the JoJo end of episode theme? I don't think Devin's at his mic. I think he's just playing guitar.
I think Devin is playing guitar while away from keyboard and just happens to be.
It sounds like
That JoJo song has a name.
roundabout. Yeah.
It's 20 minutes long. Roundabout.
It's a good song.
And why is it 20 minutes long? I will never
Because Yes is fundamentally a progressive rock band, and rock bands only record songs that are 7 minutes long.
That's definitely. Who's now just playing the JoJo theme?
Yeah.
What?
know. It's still Devin.
Jeez.
Or wait.
But they also, they just repeat the song twice. That's part of why it's so
That's
long.
part of progressive rock and roll. You can just repeat things.
Are we gonna get a copyright
just-
strike?
Wait.
Yes.
Man, I wish we were that popular. She dropped it anyway, so it's fine.
Well, I can't wait for people to at me about this. I mean it. I love to get added on twitter.com.
At Sulcata, is it?
_ Sulcata.
Got it.
Sulcata was
I'm adding-
taken.
Adding you right now.
Damn.
Who is it? Who Sulcata? Who are you?
You know what? Go ahead and at Sulcata too.
Yeah.
If you get it confused, then maybe they'll give up the account. Brendan
Yeah.
can take it.
And at Barack Obama while you're at it. Let him know.
God.
Let him know your concerns.
Love a horse.
Love those.
Love those. Are these horses? Now, is the horse coming from the green or the black? From the green? I love that.
Love that.
I'm going to let my kid ride a horse.
One time, nope, that's not a good story. Nope, I'm going to tell it anyway. One time, I rode an elephant, and a week later, it went crazy.
Oh, shoot.
Yep.
Brendan, what did you do to that elephant?
That's a great question. I wish I could remember.
You probably hit
Is it-
some specific nerve points on their back.
Is
Hey.
it that must thing?
Is it that must? Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably exactly it.
Brendan with his
No,
killer elephant musk.
I was just too smelly
No,
a child.
no. Must with a T.
Oh, okay.
This is a thing.
All
Haven't
right.
you read Shooting an Elephant?
I've never read anything in my
No.
entire life.
Same.
Oh, well.
Must is a periodic condition in bull elephants characterized by highly aggressive behavior and accompanied by a large rise in reproductive hormones. Testosterone levels in an elephant in must can on average be 60 times greater than the same elephant in other times.
Jeez
Yeah.
Louise. It sounds like a fact that Marshall, the character in our game, would say.
Spoken enviously.
There's they used to call me an elephant.
Okay, Brendan. I just asked about the Well of Icario, so let me ask about the High Road for the question, what resources or benefits might we find at a specific location ahead?
Can I ask you to ask that again because I got the name of the place wrong? It is the Long Road.
The Long Road.
Yeah.
In that
sorry about
case, no worries at all. So I want to ask about the Long Road.
I wrote Load Road. The Load Road. Where the loads go.
Oh.
I'm deleting this. I'm deleting the podcast.
The Load Runner Road.
Beep beep. Don't give me that fanfic.
Okay, we're gonna be serious this time. Oh my god, Chris.
Oh.
All right.
So
We can't make so many jokes in the fucking chat if this is an audio medium.
We're gonna
Yes, we
do
can.
serious in 5, 4, 3, 2.
You can't make
1.
me. It's not gonna happen.
You can't break me.
Yeah.
I'm headstrong. I'll take you on.
anyway,
So, we have completed the primary mission. I believe the Marshal has assigned all the surviving soldiers XP as per their playbook, correct?
Yeah.
I think that was to Gavin.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. Love it. Love it.
I was there when it happened.
It's true. We were all there.
were
I was
all
just
there.
asking for the form. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was Googling anime Mads Mikkelsen.
That's fun.
That's got to exist.
What did you
I
find?
mean, he was in Death Stranding, so I bet there's a lot of it.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at this. Okay.
this
This is some good stuff right here.
I love that movie.
One time, a friend of mine and I were at were at a rodeo, and we saw a sign saying that there was a show with some monkeys. And we went in, and there was indeed a show where a man who loved a pair of monkeys very much let them ride a pair of Australian shepherds. They did not obey a single one of his commands. And in fact, the monkeys and the dogs worked together to play tricks on the man and the audience members that came in to participate.
Good.
I'm reasonably certain that they were not playing along with a pre-planned series of pranks, that this was in the moment pranking going on. At the very end of the short but delightful show, the man knelt down and patted his monkeys and his dogs on the head and said, "You know what? It doesn't matter who you are or how you live, which way you vote. We're all people, and we all got to remember to love each other." And then Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson played over the speaker system.
Jesus.
And it was the best day of my life.
Right.
It does matter who you vote for.
It does.
Also, the monkeys and dogs aren't people.
Hey, wait a minute. 41?
Sure, after that.
41.
I didn't hear any other claps.
I heard
49.
Chris's clap and
Yeah, that's what I've got.
I'm going to remind you of your gun that you had pointed at me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Still have it.
Yep.
Okay, I just
That's
remember
been
you
under the
explicitly
table.
said something about like next session.
No, I've I can pull this trigger anytime.
Okay.
Brendan has had a gun trained on Devin this entire time we've been playing underneath the virtual table.
Now it's just on top of the table, pointed at Devin, loaded with an eye.
That's why Eva earlier asked if she should bring her gun or not.
No, I feel like I've alluded to some interesting stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I hate dirty feet. Okay, I have time.is loaded.
Okay, me too.
43.
Yep.
Sure.
Sure.
Ooh. I heard
Three,
2 distinct collapse.
52.
Same.
52.
Okay.
All right.
I half missed my
Okay.
other hand.
I'll take it.
That was fun.
Right.
I'm always happy to add another
Sure.
fucking weird out of the crew.
The whole I don't know if there's any normies in the
In the Legion.
constellation. Yeah, one of the reasons you become a mercenary is because you're a weirdo everywhere else.
or your boat sank.
Or your boat sank.
That's pretty weird for a
This guy.
Yeah, this
pretty
guy
weird
ate the
for a whale
boat.
hunter. Oh no.
Oh my god.
beans. Want to clap at 24?
24.
Sure.
Ooh.
You guys would tell me if I was dressed as like a very magical pervert, wouldn't you?
Brendan, I'm only going to tell you if you're not dressed like a very magical pervert.
Spectacular. Good.
I mean,
Great.
Willy Wonka is a magical pervert. Isn't that part of
100%.
his deal?
Absolutely.
Wait.
true.
So only if you're dressed like one, not if you
R1.
are a magical pervert. You don't want us to tell you.
I mean, I trust you all. Just leave it to your judgment. Shall we clap on 9?
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
let's do
Sure.
it. What are we doing here?
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
that
Do we need another
16.
one?
20.
It was super-
16.
16.
I heard a
Too
bunch.
soon. 25. Give you
Yeah.
wind-up time.
This is chaotic.
okay.
Okay.
That didn't get any better.
No, but it's Brendan's fault, and so Brendan
And
has to
I'll
deal
be
with
left to deal with it.
it. Yeah, exactly.
I also want to point out that apparently today is International Day of the Girl Child, which is the creepiest way of saying that.
I saw that also.
Who? Boomst?
Time.is underneath the date. It says
No.
International Day of the Girl Child, and I'm like, who
You
is
know-
she? What does
you know
she
the one.
want?
Yeah.
Who is
You know the
she?
one.
That's what I want to know.
Who is she?
You can see a horse has arrived. Enormous and pale. Not white, just pale. You don't see any trace of its rider. But Dorado the Adamant is there, saying, Tyre, come back. And I
The
think-
horse said that?
No.
No.
Fuck.
No,
Oh.
they're the
Dorado.
lady girl lady.
Ashling was slightly in the wrong place, and so he couldn't see Dorado past the horse and was like,
Oh.
hold on,
Holy
guys, did that horse
shit.
just speak? Holy shit.
God.
Now, a whale, I've seen a whale speak.
He probably has.
The
Dorado,
whales,
like,
they
rubs
say
her
all kinds of
forehead.
terrible things. Yeah.
Tyre, please get over here right now.
They're weird, like, they have a weird vibe. They're like leftist teetotalers,
Huh?
anarchist teetotalers.
Look,
What's a
Teetotaler? Like,
Teetotalers.
no
people who don't
drugs,
believe
no
in dr-
booze.
Yeah.
Well, if your drugs are made out of Cthulhu,
Also, there is
That's
a
a
lot of
little
like weird
concerning.
straight edge punk
listen,
anarchists.
when you
You're right. They're straight edge punks.
When you-
Fuck.
when you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
well, I'm sure they're fine with other drugs. It's just that this one's made out of never.
They all have like the dumb X's on their hands. They like do the like all their hands together in a
God.
fist. Like, yeah, straight edge for
Oh,
life.
this is a bit.
They-
We're doing a bit right
they
now.
all love
I'm
math
doing the
rock
thing
and
where I
only
don't know
math
it's a
rock.
bit.
They all have like full tattoo sleeves that are just like
On the-
black ink.
I just found one of their posters hanging up on the wall when they left. Posting it in the chat right now. It's a fairly high res. It's a very glossy JPEG.
I can't wait for this JPEG.
Okay, it has now sent the glossy JPEG.
Gavin, can you please read this JPEG for us?
No.
All right. Good. I want you all to know that I love you very much, and this game is a lot of fun.
It's great. I'm having a great time.
Um,
Also, someone else can read that fucking JPEG.
No, I think that JPEG is lost to the sands of time.
Funny story about that. The other day, I was playing Magic at the local gaming store, and I was playing with somebody, and like they were about to refer to my creature, and they were like, "What are your pronouns again?" Or "What are your pronouns, just in case?" And I said he/him, and he said, "Thanks, Daddy."
What?
And I,
It's a good time for me to come back.
Excuse me.
Wow.
I was like,
Okay.
this is also. This guy also answered the phone, "Hello, wife,"
Cool.
on a different occasion, and like talks about his wife a lot. Is very white.
That's a bizarre energy to bring.
That's a
to
bit.
Magic
He was
game.
doing a bit,
I don't know.
but he was doing it too much.
Quick, while he's gone, let's figure out how to win this game.
Shoot
I
the sky.
proposed a number
Shoot
of
the
ways
sky.
of winning it. You didn't like them.
Goku.
Yeah.
Goku.
No,
Invite
Goku
Goku.
doesn't exist.
Well, if we get all the
We don't
Dragon
need
Balls, we
Goku.
can wish that he exists.
Yeah.
Dragon Balls also don't exist.
Oh, come on, Gavin. Now you're just
Well,
being
if they-
unreasonable.
If they did, they'd have to kill 3 million people per wish.
Yeah, that's fine.
What? I don't.
Grimdark.
I don't want to
I
know.
like the
To
number,
that.
the specifics of the number. Exactly 3 million for every wish.
Today.
Oh, yeah.
Today on Time.is,
Uh-oh.
Bitcoin's birthday.
Oh boy.
Bitcoin's birthday.
Bitcoin's birthday.
Fuck. And our quote is from Sophocles. We have only a little time to please the living, but all eternity to love the dead. It's so true.
That's not bad.
So true, Sophocles.
That's a Milliander shit.
Let me look up Sophocles to see if we can cancel him.
Almost certainly.
He's named after his father, Sophilius.
I mean, most dudes back then were named after their father.
Yeah. That's not cancel worthy. That's just
Sophocles
Okay.
wrote Oedipus Rex. Age Gap. Ever heard of it?
Incest? Ever heard of it?
Right. That also. Yeah,
I like that that's what you jumped to, though.
I mean, the story does frame it as being a bad thing and being a warning for that kind of thing.
Me having
take
missed
it-
the point of Oedipus.
It-
Man, this age gap is kind of screwy, though.
This is problematic.
it-
What if Gemma's hair is the same color as Penthos's now?
Do you know what's funny is that I based Gemma and Pentos on Gon and Kahlua from Hunter x Hunter, which I've never which I've never watched.
Incredible.
But I know that these are two small boys. And so I was like, that's perfect. I'll just use those.
Well, okay. If it's hair changing into Penthos's hair, then what if it was Host?
Oh, God.
That's
And
extremely clever.
some like if Waloo can come back.
Oh, jeez, that's awful.
I don't think I'm going to put a line right now. It's not Pendos.
Yeah,
Fair.
Maybe Gemma
Absolutely.
thinks it's Pendos.
absolutely. That's what I'm going for here.
Yes.
Have you ever seen like a child hide behind a curtain because they like scribbled on a wall with crayons and are trying to pretend like they did it? That's that horse.
Mm-hmm.
I've just never seen a horse look so coy. That makes me uncomfortable.
I love it so much. Like, hey, you little scoundrel, you little rapscallion. That horse is a ragamuffin, is what that horse is.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that does terrify me about horses is their like sort of lack of emotion.
What?
Look at this horse in a building.
Horses have
Horses
horses
yeah, they have too much
are very
emotion.
expressive. Horses are
Huh.
extremely expressive.
Animals where they shouldn't be will always make me laugh.
It's all in the ears.
And also the freaking out constantly. They're so anxious. You'd be
But-
anxious too if you walked around on 4 thumbs.
I mean, maybe this is just an issue I have with like autism in general, but like looking at like a horse's face, I cannot really tell what it's thinking or what it's feeling.
Yeah, no, you can't look at its face. It's the ears.
Okay.
Yeah, the face doesn't move.
That doesn't make me like horses anymore, though.
Fair.
It's reasonable.
I only know this because they had horses at my college.
In what
it's
context?
They had a horse team.
Oh, okay.
There was an old equestrian field that wasn't used by them anymore, and there was a new equestrian field, and they were both full of horse ghosts, and that's how I broke my wrist.
From a horse ghost?
Horse ghosts?
That'll
Yep.
do it.
Huh.
Well, this has been fun, but we need to go die to whisper now.
Okay.
Indeed.
So are we getting horses or are we not getting horses?
You're not getting horses. You could spend an additional use of horses just for the squad if you wanted to.
Consider tunnel
I think it would-
horses.
Consider
I
a
don't want
tunnel
to.
horse.
I don't want to.
They have no eyes. They like echolocate.
No.
Underground horse.
That's just a long mole at that point, and I
Underground
hate
horse, a pit pony, otherwise known as
Yep.
a mining horse.
it. Sorry, what?
Yeah, this
Are
is a
you
real
are you
thing.
reading a real thing?
Yes,
Absolutely,
but it's not like a
100%.
special species or something. It's just they brought a pony into a pit. That's it.
We get another shot of a horse, and it's like dangling from the ceiling like a bat, and it has no eyes, and then it screams, and then the subtitle says, "It's a living."
That's true, actually.
Devin, you're a little bit quiet on my end.
Oh shoot! One sec. Let me get closer to my mic.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's a little bit quiet for me too.
Check. Is that any better?
That is
Much
much,
better.
better.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Come to me.
All right.
Thank you very
Touchstone.
much.
Touchstone.
Yeah, go ahead.
God damn it.
Touchstone.
Touchstone. You show.
Touchstone.
Oh my god.
This is the podcast.
See
This is the episode. We're
Tan
done.
Driving a golf cart.
What?
Hang on.
No?
Fucking rules.
You want a link?
Yeah.
Let me see this orangutan.
Vengus orangutan. Driving a golf cart.
Dudes rock. Famous orangutan. I like that you linked me to your tweet instead of the YouTube video.
Yeah, you know, gotta get the engagement.
Whoa.
Here.
What about engagement?
Oh, like,
Thank you.
damn.
Look at him go.
Look at him go. He looks like my uncle.
Well, in a way,
All right, I'm
he's
back,
all of our
sorry.
uncle.
I do have a monkey's uncle.
And it's not just like for 15 seconds. Like this guy's got somewhere to go.
No, damn. Who is this? It says he's famous. Give me a name.
I fucking love this.
Let me see. What's in the?
I'm back,
It's
by
just
the
a
way.
famous orangutan driving golf car. How am I
Yeah.
supposed to? Oh my god. Who is this orangutan? Somebody tell me quick.
Who is famous orangutan?
Rambo the driving orangutan. He's
Hell
named
yeah.
Rambo.
Oh boy.
Because he rambles
What a name.
around.
Is the
That's-
Oh,
orangutan?
Ramble. Okay, I heard
No,
Rambo.
no, it's
No.
Rambo.
Rambo.
Okay.
Jesus. Snopes has said that it's true as well. So we can trust
Absolutely.
that.
100%. The orangutan in the video is named Rambo. While we haven't been able to find many specifics about Rambo, we have found several other videos of Rambo and other animals at Chico Fatima Zoo. Group of orangutans dressed in human clothing.
Oh, this is propaganda to get people to go to Dubai.
Yeah. Yeah, this is some prince or something, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dang, it's working though. Here's one with him riding with a dog riding shotgun. Yep, here they all are dressed as soccer players. Here they are playing
Oh my
Scrabble.
God.
Here's one
He drives all
fishing.
kinds of stuff.
What the hell?
He's just generally driving. Yeah, this is some like driving 4 different vehicles or something. Oh my god, he's got its own little convertible.
It's like Airbud, but for vehicles.
And a Jeep? All to his scale to his size?
I don't encourage people to do the same in their homes. If they don't possess the proper knowledge, it could be dangerous for the individual and animal, concludes Her Highness, who has for years been donating felines to sanctuaries. Yeah. Anyway.
We've got to have a shitty senator who has some like fucked up animals.
I guess so.
It could be Ygraph.
It could be Wycraft. Wycraft has
he's
an
one of the-
orangutan.
He's one of the good ones.
He is
Wycraft?
not.
No, he's protecting them in his range, in his backyard,
Okay.
for their own good.
Have other people seen the 1973 Jesus Christ Superstar?
No.
Is that the one with
I've seen no
the?
Jesus Christ superstars.
The one I've seen is the Judas is like wearing a leather jacket
Yep. The
and
best one.
is bald. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he's bald. Oh, well, hold on. Maybe not actually. This is the scene that I was imagining happening directly after Kale's successful debate.
Oh no, I didn't watch that one.
I didn't say it out loud, but I also accidentally described something that made me think of Jesus Christ, like walking down the steps, talking to all the apostles and shit.
This scene is great because it's just a whole bunch of shirtless dudes just smacking scaffolding like they're in Stomp. I absolutely love it. The 1973 version is so surreal.
Oh man.
It
I
goes
didn't know
back
it was
and
so
forth.
old.
It's incredible. I highly recommend it because it doesn't ever make clear to the audience if this is supposed to be. Oh, really? I'm in Canada and I'm watching it, Chris. I think you might have to open it in.
Oh no, wait,
YouTube.
sorry. It says. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, right, because YouTube doesn't let Discord. Blah blah blah.
I love the
Anyway,
adverts.
it never makes clear if this is like pretending this is really happening or if this is like a whole bunch of hippies in the desert doing a reenactment. Like it blends that line from beginning to end. And also it has the hottest Judas.
This framing at the beginning where they're just like slowly walking along the scaffolding, just like robes billowing in the breeze, is very like weird boy band music video.
Oh yeah.
What if Hodorowski made a boy band?
This is the Judas from the 1973 version.
Ah, okay.
Wow, these outfits are good.
They're so good. I love this version of it. Also, the Tim Minchin version is really good. Sorry, I'm a theater nerd.
It's okay. We all have to start somewhere. You know, I watched one Jesus Christ Superstar once, and I was surprised to hear how controversial like the reaction was. Because it felt so lukewarm of an argument.
Well, when it first came out, like having Judas sing a love song to Jesus was a pretty,
Okay.
It was a pretty big thing.
But people have been making like Lucifer hot as hell for like millennia. Like,
I mean, I feel like Christians also hate that. So
yeah, like there's the famous example of like them. I forget who it was. It was one of the Renaissance boys, like who was asked to carve a Lucifer, and he made him too hot, and so they made him do it again.
There's definitely like paintings of Lucifer that are very hot. That like,
what's the one? I just
people
had
are like,
I just had my singer use one of the poses for one of those for a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
What is the painting? Starts with a C, I think, is the artist. Tabanel?
I don't know.
It's the one where he has like wavy red hair and he has this like hand or his like arm in front of his face.
Glaring at the camera.
Yeah, and he's like extremely buff.
Fallen Angel by Alexandre Cabanel. Yeah. The one where he's like super moody about it. Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I love that painting. It looks so cool.
I'm glad that I could type in Lucifer statue and Google autocompleted to too hot for church.
That's my handle.
it is a very hot Lucifer statue.
Oh, this was actually in the 1840s.
That's
is
me.
the one that I was thinking of.
Or is that hot brooding Lucifer?
That's the one I was talking about. This one.
Yeah,
it's called Fallen Angel.
Lucifer.
Now that's a hot Lucifer.
Rockin' thighs, dude.
So
his thighs are huge.
This is the original.
Yep.
That was too hot for church, and then they made them tone it down to this one.
Still pretty hot.
They just like made him look sadder.
He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry for being hot."
They took,
guys.
They got rid of the chain.
Well, they knew it was kinky. Even in the 1840s, they knew it was kinky.
I've been up until actually this most recent session been playing Lucifer in Gavin's Blade in the Dark game. So don't tell.
Okay, I won't tell anybody.
Thank you.
Is this the one where you're the that one lady?
Yep.
Who's the worst?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're also Lucifer. Oh,
from
that
Wicked and
Lucifer.
Fine.
Yeah.
She's bad. She's in haunted jail now.
Oh yeah, she looks bad.
Oh, she's so good.
I gotta.
She blew up like multiple buildings. Anyway,
guess what her real name is?
Lucifer.
Chris?
What
this character from the comic?
Lucifer? God, I don't remember. It's been a very long time since I read any of it, and I didn't get.
I've read it.
Oh, dang it, Gavin.
Lucretia.
Her real name is Eleanor Rigby.
No, it's not.
That's
Get
so
out.
good.
It's so
That's
good.
so
illegal.
All right, I'm going
Kieran
to
Gillen is a little bit
this.
annoying.
Goodbye.
Let's clap out.
Thanks for coming to my house.
Anytime.
I was at the table beside his at TCAF a couple years ago. I should have thrown a paper ball at his head.
Oh, no shit. God. Man. Okay.
Yeah, I was in charge of keeping people from swarming Chip Starsky.
I just started listening to his manga podcast. It's really good. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay,
He's fun. He's
where are
weird.
we at?